I'm standing on the Overlook, and everyone's going to be familiar with the Overlook because it's kind of an easy destination during your training week in preparation for the big race. But as you can tell, it's windy out here, and this is pretty common. It's late afternoon right now, and the descent on this is between 5 to 6%. It's about 1.5 miles. So you're going out, going downhill, and obviously coming back. So it's at mile 24, which is roughly 39 kilometers, and on the way back it's at mile 93, which is around 155K. So at that point in the race, if the wind is like this, which is pretty common, the age groupers are going to be facing a pretty stiff crosswind. I actually rode this yesterday, and I've ridden this road 1,000 times, and it was frankly kind of murderous. Now I'm going to tell you how to get through it. If you're at the bottom of this hill, don't try to muscle it up. The 5 to 6% with a 20 to 25 mile an hour wind becomes significant. You have to stay in a lower gear, and as I've said earlier, use a combination of seated and standing so that you can kind of stretch out your body in that standing position. You can drop your heels down to stretch out your Achilles cord and your soleus on the back side of your leg and your hamstring. And don't feel as though you've got to ever stay in that arrow position. Ironically, coming out here and just training and having a good time, I see people grunting it up this hill in an arrow position, real slow cadence, and that is utter nonsense on race day. One final tip about the Overlook coming back. It's not the highest point on the Queen K before you get back to the beach. There is a higher point than this, so there's a lot of undulation after this, and I'm only saying that it's very important that you stay in a little lower gear coming up here because there are significant rollers which become slightly smaller mountains on the way back. And I will say on the downhill, if you have the wind, quite often there's a crosswind as you're about halfway down this hill. So what I tell people in the crosswind is to relax your hands. If you're in that arrow position, keep your hands nice and supple. Don't over grip the bars. Stay nice and low so your center of gravity is low, and then you'll be able to flow down the hill. I hope that helps.